be with you, Mike. Welcome back, people.
Man. Dang headphones.
Nikki on her phone. Mike on the computer.
No one looking at each other.
Billy on drugs. No. So, Nikki, one of the coolest things, and they've been talking about this, is one of the very few events left that cell phones can't go on that property.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's the coolest thing.
I do too, actually.
Because now if you go to look at any of the other events, they're all holding up their phones or selfie,
Right.
and they're doing everything. Right. And that's even at the other I mean, they're doing it. Well, years ago, they wouldn't let phones on before they were smartphones, Mike. When we went to the Open, and one of those times they took all our phones, but they were ringing.
Yeah, I remember we got to
you know, it weren't. You couldn't do, and you couldn't do the stuff that you could now.
Remember we got to the.
Yeah, we had to go. You got strip searched.
I had mine on me.
Yeah, you got. They brought the dogs out and the rubber gloves.
Yeah,
I was embarrassed. I walked right through. I said, "See you, Mike. I'll see you back."
Yeah, that was a little rough.
So you introduced me to DraftKings. I didn't know I had to put my credit card number and stuff and do a background and thumbprint checks when I signed up, man.
It's safe?
I had no idea that I'm going to be. Did you go on, Nikki, and do the same thing?
Yeah.
Man,
it's all safe.
I get text every minute from DraftKings. You want to get involved in curling? And no, I don't want to bet curling. Thank you anyways.
Curling betting is awesome.
I said no, don't
bass fishing. Didn't you used to bet bass fishing, Mike?
That was the free ESPN games.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Those are free ESPN games. I was back in
that cracks me up.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
no,
Mike
not
was
kidding.
He was betting anglers, man.
I would totally bet on that.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. That was like the end of the 90s, beginning of the 2000s.
You know, you got too much time. You got time to pick who's the best angler in the day because you know the depth of the pond and you know it's the.
Well, if you could,
DraftKings has got to do that. I would really get into that. I'm seriously,
awesome.
My heart's beating like a bunny right now.
It was based on poundage.
I know. Yeah, but you have to know your anglers and
dude,
and you know you got to study these guys.
I loved it. Part of the reason I did it was because of the names
of the anglers.
Joe Bob Thornton.
Yeah. Billy Bass,
Ken Billard,
Clint Dickey,
Barb.
I don't know. But anyway, on the DraftKings things, I've been, we tried to do fantasy golf again, and it was a big flop. And I thought, what's an easier way for us to manage as a group here between Hop and the three of us and some of the other listeners?
So we're not playing against the 6 billion other people.
No, it's just us. No, it's our own league.
And so
we could.
But you didn't change players after day one or two, like
you can't.
Okay, good. You used to be able to, which was a headache. The other one.
No, this is a whole different animal. Cool. So, if we wanted to, as a group, because now we've created the Golf Talk Radio League.
Yeah, we could have 100 in that
every week. We could do this if we wanted to for fun and talk about it. And it's simple.
And we all put in $5, right?
Well,
right.
Yeah, on this particular one was $5.
Okay,
yeah, you can set it whatever you want.
All right.
So we got 6 people in. It was it's Nikki, it's you, Billy, it's myself, it's Darren, and then it's Jeff Linnell in the UK.
Yay, Jeff.
And then it's Hop.
See, Jeff knows, yeah.
And then I think Hop had by far the most creative team name.
What is his team name?
That's been my names ever since DraftKings. I've been on it for years. That's always. I didn't do that especially for the game. That's always been.
What is that? What's his name?
Are we allowed to say that on the air?
Well, I'll spell it for you.
Okay.
It's ALLASS.
I think I'm taking that drug for my skin. It's Alas.
It's Alas.
Alas, it's hot.
Alas.
Look at the lass running through the field.
The little small lass. He's just a lass.
But anyway,
Give Me the Ball was pretty,
it's pretty good. That is pretty good.
That was my old one. That was the name I used years
ago.
But
the key on this DraftKings,
give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the
ball. To me, the key is, and you can still do really well if all 6 of your players don't make it, but you're trying to get the 6 players to make it through the cut. That's your goal. So, unfortunately for the other 5 of us, other than Miss Nikki,
I had a miscutter.
We all had one miscut player except for Nikki, and Nikki is leading the group.
Is that because
and that makes it really difficult.
Is it hard to catch it because she's going to get everybody to pay?
And Hop, you can jump in on your strategy and all that stuff too here. But you can do well with 5, but you're going to have.
Who was my miscutter?
Go ahead, Hop. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Yeah, I had Snedeker missed my cut.
Oh.
Who had Fred Couples?
I think that was Darren. That was Darren.
What did Hop have?
I swear I thought that was Nikki because I thought Nikki really liked Fred Couples, and I was thinking, oh, you poor thing.
She does, but she's smart.
No, I'm not. I'm not that delusional.
You're not gaga with
But
Freddie?
you know
Paul
what?
Casey.
Freddie's so good. That's why Casey killed me.
If you looked at the stats, this is what I was looking at. You look at the stats with the guys with the biggest streaks of making cuts. Couples was one of them.
Well, yeah, but he's also 59
and
years old, man.
You know who else made the cut? And I was almost going to take him. Longer.
I know. He was on the leaderboard the first day.
And
let me say,
yeah, go ahead, Hop.
Oh, I just wanted to say real quickly, I've been playing this for a long time. Nikki, hats off. Nice lineup.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let me hear.
Okay.
Share. Let me hear Hop's creative team.
Okay, so Nikki has DeChambeau, Fleetwood, Kistner, Molinari,
I have Kistner,
Poulter, and Shoffley. I mean, that's a really, really strong lineup. The only
that is good.
To me, the only thing I can
it's good.
The only thing I can see happening with her lineup at this point is if Kistner falters and DeChambeau keeps going backwards. To me, that's the only way, and then I need Oosthuizen.
No, because I have Kistner, don't I?
But that's the only way I'm catching you.
Do I have Kistner? Do I have Kistner?
I think you do. You don't, Mike? You don't have Kistner?
I don't think so.
I don't have it.
Okay, here's my lineup. I've got Charles Howell, Oosthuizen, Poulter, Reed, Rose, and Shoffley.
You got a good team except for Rosie.
Rosie missed the cut. That was what killed me.
And Howell, man, he's doing great.
That was my hub. Was Rose, and so like you got to pick one or two guys. It's the main guy.
The main
it's
guy.
the guy who's taking your cash.
Oh,
of your lineup.
Wow, I love you guys talking DraftKings stuff.
And then Darren had Couples.
Speaking of hub, I lost I had to flatten my cart yesterday.
Darren had Couples or has Couples, Fowler, Horschel, Kistner, McElroy, and Molinari. So he's got three.
Billy didn't make the cut.
He's got three studs. I mean, he's got Fowler and McElroy and Molinari, and anything can happen to those three guys. I mean, if they go off, he could do really well. But Couples missed the cut for his group, and Darren's in third. I'm doing this in order.
Am I in last place?
Yeah.
Even behind Hop?
Yeah. Hop's in fourth place. He's got DeChambeau, Fleetwood, Fowler, Howell, Poulter, and Snedeker. And Hop and I took Howell, and Hop, I almost took Snedeker, but I got nervous that if I took Snedeker and Howell and really stacked the team, and those two guys missed the cut, my game's over.
I will never put Snedeker on one of my lines.
That surprised me.
Because
Nikki
and I both have DeChambeau and Poulter who are playing pretty well.
You can't catch her.
If she drops, I drop. If she excels, I excel, but I will never catch her.
Right, you can't catch her.
I love that.
Yeah. I've looked at it in 100 different ways. Unless a miracle happens.
Is there any way possible that Gibby the ball can come out of nowhere, or is that not the case?
So let's see here. We've got Jeff Linnell. Jeff has Fleetwood, Grace, Hatton.
I wonder where he's picking anybody from across the pond.
Rose and Wallace. So he lost two guys. He's out. There's no way that.
Sorry, Jeff.
There's no way Jeff can.
But he's still loyal to his countrymen.
Yeah, and then Gibby had Casey who missed the cut. He's good, but listen, you got.
I'm telling you,
you're good. You could move up.
I could.
You've got Finau, Fleetwood, Fowler, Hoffman, and Kistner.
How did Hoffman end up doing? He's
-2.
That's not bad.
He's in the hunt. Kistner's still 300. Isn't
That's not bad.
2.
Yeah. Now this contest that we created, first place is worth $13.50. Second is $8.10. Third place is $5.40.
So I bet $5 to win $13. Is that what you're saying?
I'm playing for second place right now.
Yeah.
Which means I think I can overtake Mike. And who's in third place is the Brit?
Darren.
Darren is with his little picks?
Yeah.
I think I can. None of my guys have teed off today yet. So I think I've got a shot.
What happened to Paul Casey?
I don't know.
That was my hub.
Yeah, that was him and Rose were a real surprise.
I mean, he was finished like last. What happened there? This guy's,
See, I got two guys when I look at me against for Nick, three guys really, but the two main guys are going to be Oosthuizen and Reed. For me, I have Oosthuizen, Reed. She doesn't have Reed.
Reed made birdie last hole, so you might. What is he? A 1 under?
Nikki and I both have Poulter, so that crashes that out.
Nikki can't be caught.
She can.
I can by Mike.
Yeah, don't you think, Hop? I could catch Nikki, couldn't I? I'm only 11 points back.
You have
even though I
Kistner
missed
too?
a golfer.
So she has Kister.
Missing that 6th golfer is going to be a handicap, man. So you've got to limp with that. So I don't know. I would be shocked if Nikki doesn't win this.
Yeah, they award. I think what would have to happen, if I remember right, Hop. I'm going to have either Oosthuizen or Reed is going to have to win.
Yeah, you got to look at the percentages of the ownership, and that helps you a lot.
So here's what's interesting too. So like Oosty, out of everybody who picked these games, 16% picked Oosthuizen. So that's like what you're trying to do with your lineup.
Is that number that's like PRPP or whatever that little I asked you about? There's the letters off to the side.
That's points per. What does that mean? Round.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for somebody that not a lot of people bet.
Right. So draft percentages.
But it's just in our group, it doesn't matter. But if you're playing against the big group,
right? In our group, it matters too. It matters whether you've got a group of 5 or you're playing in a group of 20,000. You're trying to get those top people, but you're also trying to get someone who's a little less owned.
That's why you said I should pick Lee Lipschitz or whatever his name was.
ESPN Bakersfield, KGEO, 1238.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's all right. We're in depths of gambling over here, so I'm learning.
Yeah, so like Rosie was 33% ownership. Poulter's 50% ownership.
Wow.
That's huge.
More than Rose?
Yeah. And now that might be based off of our group, these percentages.
Oh, I bet it is.
It probably is.
It is.
There's a lot of us that picked him.
That's not national.
But I can tell you we come back, I'll tell you the national stuff because I've got that too. All right, we'll be right back. All Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Stay with us, everybody.
So who do I have that no one else has?